Hi everyone. Yeah, wait me a second. I'm sending this one to the people online and see how it's copy. All right, look good. Let's send. Sorry, just double check. Everyone can hear me, right? Let me double check on this one. Yeah, I need to go to Discord on this one as well. Okay, hey Andre. Oh, good. All right. So let me share my screen so that we can start for today. Where I can make selection. No, not this one. Hey, hello. Hey, Hedrick. So we are also on Discord as well. So let's start for today. So let me stop the music first. Okay, so I hope that you can see my screen now. So for today, we are going to go through a few parts, also some of the update as well. So I will start quickly on this part. And you can also let me know if you have any question later, okay? For some reason, I cannot connect to Discord from my other device. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so this is Office Hour number 7. So I'm happy to share that we are in the stage of the final and dev and QA. Maybe let me zoom in a bit of the multi-agent system. So we just hand over from dev to final product QA, and we starting to the from tomorrow onward, and in around 2 to 3 weeks, and we will hopefully that which means stand for user acceptance test by the middle of July onward. So there's a little of the hiccup because we have some other priority, especially some bug fix and so on. But we're trying to stick to timeline. So if you would like to join us for beta, you can sign up on the tier 4 and above. Okay. So that is MAS. Wait, let me see on this one. And this week I have a very interesting read about multi-agent system. So Anthropic released a very good blog post about build multi-agent research system. And coincidentally, it is very similar like what we are building in the multi-agent system. So we also, as a team, we decide that we would like to make our first agent template going to be the multi-agent research system. So I'm going to show you like how is it look like. Actually, I plan to have a kind of like sharing about this part, but because Ricardo is on the way to his hometown, so I don't have the log chat. Hopefully next week or the week after, I will share you. But what does that mean? So the major difference from multi-agent system from Agentic Flow or Anthropic, I would say, comparing to other claim to be multi-agent, is an ability for the researcher, which is the we call this, if is in multi-agency research system, it's going to be the. Oh, really? Oh, you lost a camera, is it? Ah, I see. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I think I was connect on another computer and it's just die. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm back. Everyone, can you hear me or not? Yeah, I will join the stage again. All right. Sorry. I think I was trying to have another laptop to make sure that I see the message from everyone, and for some reason, it was disconnect me from the main computer. But I'm back now. All right. Let me go to next. So what does that mean? So we will have the lead researcher as the like kind of like manager agent, and this manager agent will have ability to planning, delegate, and synthesis, and it will spawn different sub agent. So you can define the agent in advance, but you will have the ability that allowing the lead researcher to define how many agents that it needs. So each agent is operate independently with its own context window, and it will enable the true parallel processing. So what does that mean by that? So you have a prompts that you are going to do the research, and if you are doing the sequencing of the workflow or the agent, then you will have like I don't know, maybe you have to search like 100 query, then you will one wait one after the other. If each query take 1 minute, you have to wait 100 minutes until that you have the result back. But because you can do the parallel processing, so it means the lead researcher can decide that, okay, I need 10 agents, but these 10 agents, they will have different scope. So one of the guy going to research on direction A, the other is direction B, and so on. So that is kind of like orchestration is brilliant from the Anthropic guy. And what they are saying is that they have 90% performance improvement, and also reduction on the time through parallelism. So it's mean like instead of like you wait for all the agent to complete, you will give task to the 10 agent and they will complete the task in just 1/10 of the time. So that is the ability. So this is the benefit of parallel processing. And it's also the specialized focus as well, because each of the sub agent will have only one task that going to search, analysis, and doing some verification, for example. So it's very specialized. And it will hand off into the unified memory system that we built, and it will hand over. So when a sub agent have been created, it will just doing the job and writing the result into memory, and then it just die. I mean, expire. And then the master agent is waiting for the 10 agent to be complete, and it will synthesize the result. So that is what we are building. But yes, so when we have a great benefit, YouTube stream, yeah, you can find that into our announcement. Okay, thanks, Jay. Yeah, so the power will come with the cost. So it will cost around like 15 times higher than the simple chat through research and also through multi-agent orchestration. So this means this multi-agent is reserving for complex tasks only. That is more useful. And research task is something that's really suitable for this task. So we also do a kind of like comparison on different aspects and so on between single agent and multi-agent system. So for single agent system during the research, it will sequence and one source at a time. Multi-agent will do parallel, and the context window constraint will be having only one context window. So depends on the model. If you are using Claude Sonnet 4, it's really limited into 200,000 token. And for multi-agent system, we don't have that, because actually each agent will have its own 200,000 context length, and even the master agent is also having its own 200,000 context length, and it doesn't contain the context that the sub agent is using. Is only synthesizing the result of the sub agent. So it means you can have the independent windows. And yeah, so coverage, resource usage. So this is downside. The single agent system is around 4 times higher token than chat, and the multi-agent system is going to be 15 times higher. All right, so what does it mean? So for example, like the simple query, with this one single agent with just 1 to 3 call, and it's processing and it's just an answer in a few seconds. For the complex research, you are asking about analyzing the semiconductor market research outlook for 2025, and then the lead agent will decide that, okay, I need to find out that maybe from 5 to 8 sub agent, and the agent ABCDE will research different area and aspect, and it will combine the comprehensive report with multiple perspective. And even for this one, so we have the ability for the sub agent to planning for itself. So for example, like 5 on board member of 500 IT company, and the lead agent will decide that, okay, I need 10 sub agent in order to do this one. And each sub agent can handle like 10 to 20. And each of the agent is going to run parallel, and it will have the data set very fast compared to our. So this is what we are cooking at the moment. And when we are launching this system, you will have the ability to modify the prompts of the lead agent to configure like how many sub agent it can scale to, because we'll have two strategy. Either you decide or you let the lead agent decide how many sub agent that is have. So this is the what is the in cooking at the moment. So unfortunately, I cannot show you the demo that we have today because Ricardo cannot be online. But I hope that I will share with you in the upcoming topic hour. All right, next one, I would like to talk to you about voice. So last 2 weeks, I learned something that the way that I'm interacting with agent is not optimal. So I'm normally doing the typing, and we are instructing the agent, and we learned that the average typing is like very low on this one, and speaking is 3 times to 5 times faster. And also because I'm kind of like lazy to type, so I'm only typing part of the word, and because I'm typing less, so it means the agent will have less context about what I want to do. So what does that mean? It will reducing the accuracy of the agent to match with what I want. So what I would like to talk to everyone today is perhaps that we should change the way that we do communication with agent, even in the agent builder. And what we are building is we bake the ability into agentic flow. So this version is not on live yet, but when it's gone live, you will see when you input into any text box, and you will see there's a small icon in here. You can click on that. Hey, can you say hi to the HT Flow community, and perhaps that tell me this? We have the native voice now. It can transcribe your voice on your computer with no data sending out, and it is really helpful to interacting with agent because it's reducing the friction and lazy. Okay. Yes. So it can do the transcription, and it will help you to typing better information, and perhaps that you can help give more context to your agent to do some kinds of like workflow. So let me demo it again for something more useful. You have the ability to command option space. Hey, can you help me to create a workflow that doing competitor analysis? The workflow should including the company name and also the context of the site. And you should use Google search in order to help me to we'll say five top 5 company, and then maybe using an LLM node in order to kind of summarize the result from that. Okay. Okay. Yep. So I would need to type a bit. Me to create a workflow. Okay, and I will just start. So this accuracy is using the some kinds of model. So we are using Whisper. So there's a leaderboard, a Whisper leaderboard, ASR. It's loading a bit. Yeah, so we have different whisper model in here, and the average word error rate of depends on model, but it can be like less than 10% or so for English and so on. But what I mean is that you don't have to be using this all the time, but if you do, then it's going to speed up your process a lot. So for example, like this one, I just say vibe coding what I would like to have, and then Mia Copilot is helping me in order to come up with a JSON and workflow on this one, and I can start to work with it in order to get it until it's done. And yeah, I will see if it's working. Mm. Hey, it look like the workflow is not working. Is it a JSON having problem? Can you help me to repeat and try it again? Below is a JSON information actually. Yep, and also you can just open this file, and then you paste back to the agent, and it's just speeding up your process of doing this one. Okay. All right. So that is the second number that I would like to tell you about. This is including his voice. You can access this feature when we are deploying shortly. It is you can option and space shortcut, or just click on the dictation icon in any text field. Yeah, so this is something that quite a handful that we are building on this one. It's not that much, but I would say that by having transforming from typing to saying, actually I giving more the agent for the context of what I want. So you can use the built-in of the voice that we are doing, or you can even like using any other software and so on. But I strongly suggest that you try to speaking when building agent and so on. Okay. Yeah, does this make sense? But because Mia is powered by Gemini 2.5 Flash, so this model is having a really good understanding about natural language text. So I would say the more that you give into the agent, the context is better. But you can review the transcription again in order to modify some text and so on. But yeah, so I would say uh, yeah, because the Mia is kind of like for example like this one. This is a new UI that we also have as well. So yeah, so Mia is powering by Gemini 2.5 Flash at the moment. Yep. And okay. So this is on voice. Next one I would like to introduce everyone is now Copilot is helping you to preview workflow. We bring Copilot into our main template page, and Copilot can now help you to build a JSON and also preview it on the spot. So you don't need to like download and dragging and import, but rather than you can just ask the agent to do some kinds of like preparation. Oh, I think there's some problem because I did not log in. Let me go into agenticflow.ai. Yeah, let me log in first. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to using, for example, this one, and I just create. Okay. So me, I going to using the knowledge retrieval. Is it finished? Okay. So it will creating some of the workflow in here. So when it's finished, it will going to doing the preview. So you can click on this one so that you can see what is search query is using the top K and so on. So it's mean you can continuing the conversation. Um, hey, can you add a new action that call an API to my WordPress page and compose a new blog post. This is the document. So I'm going to ask Mia to help me to writing some API code. So I need to give Mia a blog post. Yeah, Alvin. I think this is the huge feature that we only want, right? So when you're raising this requirement, and yeah, for example, like let me see what I can do. So I'm going to agentiflow.ai, and I'm going to our MCP. I need to go into WordPress. For example, like this one, and I see that in order to create a post, I need to go into this create blog post document, and I will open this create blog post. So I need to let Mia know about this website, create a post. So I'm going to copy the entire this one, and I will just paste to Mia. I just say, yeah, like this, and I tell Mia again. So Mia is going to retrieve whether we have an API call node or not, and it's going to building. Okay, add the action to. Okay, so can you modify the above workflow file JSON and add this action? Yeah, Umbra. I think that is some of the problem with the WordPress. I think yesterday I also on the call with some of the customer. They having the same problem. This is because of PyDream. PyDream is having a problem that they cannot connect into the workflow, and it is going to be quite tricky on that. So that's why you are usually using an API call node in order to create a blog post like this one. I think, okay, I cannot add a node on a WordPress API. You can use the API call node. Let's give this agent data and integration API. Yeah, we have this documentation. And I just pasting all of this one to Mia, and hopefully she can come up with something new. Okay, so Mia look smarter now. So after our educate and so on, so it look like she can do some part of this one. So let's see if we let's close this one, and then open this one again, and okay, so I think this is some kinds of like error because it's not when it cannot preview like this one. So it's mean the schema of the workflow might not so working. Is it possible to generate by on documentation? Yeah. So on documentation is public. So you can even like go into our lm.text. So this file is containing like all of the knowledge that we equip to our agent. It's nothing to hide. You can download this one and equip that to your agent or other platform so that it can composing the JSON on this one. I think Mia is writing the incorrect JSON. I'm going to do it again, and I will tell the agent. Okay. This workflow is not valid. Schema have fixed, please. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you should educate it by giving it some example. It will get smarter over time. But I think at the moment she's still trying to learn on this part. Okay. Anyway, let me try to importing this one to see whether it's working or not. Oh, you can import from file. You can download the one that, yeah. Oops. Okay, it's not a valid JSON workflow. Yeah, me are getting stupid now. Anyway, so I think this is still early for Mia. She have a knowledge and so on. She can retrieve the information and like this, and also she can help you to preview some of the workflow that working on this part. If it's valid, then it will show like this one, and you can click on create workflow. So it will show the workflow that after completion on this part. Okay, so the question from JSample. So jog API key to create a workflow route. So you can go into workflow, and then you go into create workflow, test new workflow, and in here you click new step, and this is the API call. So in API call, you can choosing the URL to call, the method, and the header and the body. So normally Jog AI, they will allow you to have an API call, and also you can because they have an API call, so you can put it in your header in order to have. So you can click on this one. It will allow you to entering the header, and also you can click on this one. It will allow you to enter the body. I would suggest that you can, if you have any of the model, I suggest that you are dropping this URL. This is the API doc of the API code node. So you can ask either our copilot or either the ChatGPT or whatever that have you to construct the API code to the Jog AI. And what you need to do is only trying to config into a workflow. Okay, so this workflow is working. So like you just like have additional step that API code, you put a URL here, you click on this one, you can select the method. It can be a post, get, or so. You can enter your header and also enter your body and even response type as well, so that you can code into any application in your workflow. All right. Yes. So a question from Umra. So what are the options you recommend other than Python? So one of the option is Composio, which is quite reliable, I would say. So you can use Composio for MCP. The second option I would suggest is you can use Zapier.com/MCP. So Zapier is also having MCP. They allow you to connect to around 8,000 tools and so on. They have some limitation. You can only doing like 200 call per month, which is very less. But I think if for some use case, it is enough. So this is Zapier. The next one I was thinking of is also make.com MCP server. Make also just releasing MCP server, and you can follow their documentation in order to generate an API, a URL of MCP, and then you can add them into agentic flow very, very easy. You can go into connection, and then you go to MCP client connection, and you just create connection here, and you just adding their URL here from Make or Zapier or any separate MCP provider, and then your agent can work with any of those MCP. So yeah, I hope that is useful. So make.com, I think active piece MCP also, yeah, really they don't have much, only 280, but it is something that's useful. So if PyTrim is not working, I would suggest that you can use DOM in order to handle. So I now has a short link about connecting QR form. Oh, I remember our conversation. So we will have the tutorial on adding the webhook and so on. Oh, thanks, Alvin. That is super useful. Okay, so that is the header and also the body. Yeah, that is how you do it. Yeah, appreciate Alvin. All right. Yeah. So and let me go to next on my agenda. So after this one is we do some kinds of like UX update. So firstly, we introducing the variable panel. So this means if you go into your agentic flow and you go into your workflow for this symbol, this one, and then you will need to you have this prompt, and you would like to inject some of the information in here, for example, then normally you can press hashtag and select from here. But right now we are adding one more panel that you can click on this one, the small plus button. Then it will open the variable tab so that you can click to get it here. Or we also adding some new system variable as well, because I noticed that there's some of you is using a workaround in order to set something like today, tomorrow, yesterday, current time, current day, daytime, day of week, month, and year. And you can also doing some of the like personal, like the system current username, user email, and workspace name as well. So these are the system variable. It can be rendered during runtime. So I hope that with this variable, you can be able to easier to navigate. Later on, we will introducing some kinds of like custom variable as well, so that you can configure variable in your workspace and you can refer to that in the runtime. So this is the UI that allow you to do that. And one more interesting thing is that before we have the run MCP action like this one, and it's pretty hard in order for you to send a parameters in here. We do not have the variable tab, but right now we support. So it means you can also click on the instruction from the run MCP action, and then you can choose whatever that you want from here, and it will pass and render accordingly. Yeah, this is more convenient for you to building some of the action with the run MCP action in this part. Yep. So I think that's it. Let me move on. Yeah, so we also doing some kinds of like optimization on the UX as well to bring some popular UI action list on top and put the rest of the built-in and own action into the 75 in this part. And we will continue to tweaking the UX in order to make it better. So for this week, actually, let me go into our feature base. So for this week, most of the action we're doing is on the MAS. So we don't have much time on this part. So we just have some improvement on the copy image. Oops. Can I copy this image? No. Yeah, so we have the some of the improvement on the Copilot, and we make it as a mainstream use for everyone. But for the rest of the work week, we are still working on the how to say the multi-agent system, because this is super important week for us to integration the final development work on the API side, and on the front end, we're also doing some development as well. But the next week onward, we will need to focus more on the integration between multi-agent system, front end, back end, and also the legacy system. Okay, yeah, we have new panel for association. When is a new UI for Workflow Builder available? So you mean the build with AI, right? or which part? Can you say it again? Oh, really? Let me see. I don't think that I show the new I know what you mean. So that I know what you mean. So is it going to be the this builder, but actually inject into the workflow builder? Is it what you mean? Yeah, I think I know what Umbra mean. Yeah, so this is the one step that we are doing. So the Copilot now is already have the preview of this one. So starting from this week, we are integrating Copilot back to the to the workflow builder. So you will have the sidebar that you have the Copilot that sit together with the workflow builder. So you can chat with the Copilot. So the Copilot can actually modifying the workflow on the go. So that is going to be the big item on our next iteration, starting from tomorrow onward. So that this is we call this build with AI, and the Copilot will be sitting on exactly the same location as the current workflow builder is. What we are going to add is we are adding a small icon in here, and then when you click on this icon, it will open a panel on the left hand side, and the Copilot will sit there. And you can chat with the Copilot just like that you are chatting with the Copilot here. But it will modify the workflow directly for you so that you can have. In order to do that, we will need to do some kinds of like workflow versioning where we will need to store the current stage of the correct okay. So if you can see in this one, you see that we already have the versioning in here. So that is the our first initial version of. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is like the UX is here. Right now we are incorporate back into the workflow builder, but the UI and UX should be similar, and you can having different item in here, and you can modify and you can chat with the agent so that the agent will modify step by step, and even like doing some of the action like trigger the workflow run, and in case that it trigger fail, it will have some error and it will go back into the left panel on the left hand side, and it will start to automatic debugging on the workflow level. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's it on this part because we were really focused on the multi-agent system. So that's all that we have for this week. I think we're still quite early today. Do you have any question? You can ask me. Otherwise, we can close up early. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, correct. So that is the major difference of the agentic flow multi-agent system, because we believe that ability to have the lead researcher to decide how many sub-agent it have is very powerful. For example, like for the task like research, it's kind of open end. You don't know how many agent do you need, how depth is the need. So this kinds of task is perfect for a multi-agent system. But on the other side, we also allow you to configure exactly that lead agent will not creating additional instance of the agent, but using the hard-coded path that you will equip to the agent, and so on. So that is the kind of system design. One is autonomous on the right, and on the other side is the strict follow the SOP that you have. Of both will be included in multi-agent system. All right, question on one training. I really want to do, but I cannot have time. Sorry, because we are full force on this one, and but um, we are building this one. We have wait, sorry. So we have the certification. This is all the thing that we always want to do. I think since Ricky was raising that a month ago, and we even have the design of the certification already. And what we are aiming to do is because multi-agent is quite complex. It is really good in some other tasks, and it's quite bad in some other tasks. So we believe that we need to give the community a foundation of multi-agent system and from ground up. So myself and Swan, my head of role, we are working on the syllabus of the agentic flow 101, so that you can learn the concept of how multi-agent system work, what is the use case, and also it's going to help you get the most out of agentic flow. And this course is aiming to ship uh, right after the multi-agent system general available. Yeah, correct. So I have the domain already. So we even like academy.agenticflow.ai. I'm going to build this. So we will push our course into this one and having the idea. Okay. So yep. So next one is speak to text available for chat embedded in public agent. Yes. So it's going to be available on any of the input text that you have. So if you go in here, sorry, it is my local environment. So it's with little slow. Oops. Hmm. Okay. So if I'm going to my agent and I'm going to using this agent. Yeah, so sorry about that because on local environment, every time I click on something, it needs to build the things that I want to click on. And when I click on publics, and I click on publics on this one, and I click on shareable link. Let me open this one in a new tab. You can see in here, when you click on this one, the icon dictation is still here. So you can option space. So it means your user is able to using this voice for free because this one is using local device in order to handle the voice and transcription. Hello. Hello. So can you say hello to community? And we have dictation now. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it's getting wrong, or maybe my pronunciation is bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we have this idea of dictation actually from the trip that we went to, and we give food for people. I noticed that there is some people that blind, and I was discussing with my team that say, what can we do to extending this kinds of ability of AI, and we noticed that dictation is going to helpful for the people that don't have ability to see in order to access into like some of the agent. So if you are using and building agent to your customer, perhaps that you can enable this one. So maybe your end user who is not able to read can interacting with the agent that you are building some other way. Yeah, I hope that's useful. So I will move to the Anton's question. Uh, I don't know about the first super agent that GenSpark has, so I cannot answer. I use GenSpark for slide creation, but I don't use for the super agent. Okay. Yeah. So the second question is the high-level idea of what agentic flow differ from NAN. So we say NAN is automation platform that have been in business for 10 years or more, and we are very young platform. We born after ChatGPT moment, and we build different. Our foundation is agent, so it will give us the autonomy to multi-agent system, and also we can build Mia, our copilot, where she can take the user input into a workflow reusable step by step. So eventually, whatever that you can build in NAN, you can build with me by just tell her to do. So that is the end goal that we are building. Yeah, and I think learning curve from NAN is very high. Not everyone can have the ability to learn and stay with that. So we will try to lower down the ability. So I think Umbra also saying about this before. So we will integrate Mia into the workflow builder with a small icon button on the left hand side here. It say build with AI. So it means you are going to talk to Mia, so that Mia is going to modify your workflow. And because Mia have the knowledge, so she have the ability to get all of the information about our agentic flow, 10,000 action, different tool, so that she know the workflow and can be acting as your copilot in order to building workflow. And just like Jay, like if you scroll out a bit, you will see that Jay is working with Mia. If Mia don't know something, Jay will copy and paste some documentation of agentic flow so that Mia understand. And then, yeah, working with it a while, she will able to help you doing some of the work. Yeah. So answer to your question, Mia is available. So you can go into chat and then you can go into Copilot. You can chat with her, or you can go into template and then you can just choosing any of these workflow and then you just click start, and Mia will start working. Yeah, Mia is still in training at the moment. I think this is the week number 7. Mia was born, I think, in the week number 3. I think Alvin and everyone were thinking about that idea, and we are still having the ticket. So actually, this idea is not coming from me. It was coming from Alvin. So I know Wes and also Alvin and Marian and everybody. Actually, we talking a lot on this one. So it take a month to bring Mia to life, and we will continue to improve Mia. The mode is we will have the ask mode where Mia already answer. So right now we have an agent mode already where Mia can create a workflow and edit workflow for you. Next step is we are going to do the submit execution to engine and to get the log and bug, and she will be able to debug on the engine. It will take multiple iteration until we get full version, but we will get there. So different between Mia and PC. PC is kind of like general agent, so PC doesn't have much tool. You can ask PC actually. You can go into here and you tell Pixie what tool do you have. Hey Pixie, what tool do you have? And Pixie will answer. She's a little slow today. Hmm. Is Pixie still working? I haven't touched a Pixie for a while. Maybe I have to check her. But the idea of this is Pixie is having two tools, which is image generation and edit image. So that's the only two tools that we equip to Pixie. And Pixie is just like general agent that you can chat with her, but there's no thing special about that. You can just copy Pixie and you can create your own version of Pixie very easy. Yeah. Finding out how to get data from web page using webhook. This is very easy. Let me show you how. So you just go into this one and you create a new workflow. You say get URL from a web page. And what you need to do is that you will user input is a text, and you say this is the URL. And perhaps that I'm going to create a new website, like this is hack, how you say, anthropic.com. I would just put any research that they have, like this one. For example, I need to grab from this web page. I just paste here. It's safe. I'm going to using the action. This is very popular action. That's it, URL to Markdown. So this one is accepting different file. It can be a URL, it can be PDF, HTML, docs, docx, and so on. This is quite version. So you just connect this one to this URL to Markdown, and then you just delete this one, and then you go into single run, and you just run. And this workflow is simply describe whatever that you want from this website, and it's get all the information from the website. And it works with different things. It can work with PDF. For example, if I don't want to have this one, I'm going to go into workflow, and I just pass this PDF for me. So in the user input, instead of using a text here, I'm going to using a file to URL, and I press save. And instead of generating text, I will delete. I will using the URL to Markdown. And I'm going to using the URL. I can press hashtag, or I click on this icon, and I click on URL to Markdown. I save. So when I go in here, it will asking me to drop a file. So I will add a file. Attention is all you need. I like this PDF, so I'm using that for all of my demo. So you have this paper. You download this paper, and then you go back to your workflow, and then you just dragging this one here, and then you click run. Okay, so we already parsed everything from your PDF into a readable text file. So what you can do with that, you can say maybe LM, and we say summary like 5. And I will say this is a PDF file, and I will click variable. I connect this output from the Markdown, and I say explain to me like 5. And I'm choosing a model. I'm using GS4O. Okay, and I press save. And I'm going to drag this file again, and I click run. Okay, while waiting for it to run, I'm come back to this one. For the audio speak to text, this mean would allow native transcription node or example a workflow user upload audio file trigger workflow will transcript first natively. So this one is going to do the transcription on the browser of the user. So it will work with any of the user input. So we don't have a node for that yet, but we have another node which is using I think this is using some other services. Speak to text. If you go in here and you go to speak. Yeah, you go here. So yeah, you can do some speak to text. So we are using like Grok or Azure or Amazon Web Service. So this is kind of like cloud services, so that you can using all of this one. So you can connect your PixelML key, and then you can choosing the language that is your part. It can be Unity state, and you just dragging the file in here. I think I need to replace this one with a file. Yeah, it's a file to URL, and in the speak to text node, I'm going to selecting that file, and I'm going to drag the text after this one. And for example, like summary, the cell transcript. And for this prompt, I'm going to replace this one with the speak to text node transcript. This is the transcript from a file of a sales conversation. Extract some useful info. Yeah, that print method, so that you already create a transcript text, speech to text using Grok, and also summarizing the text file. I think we also having in the template. I just scroll down here, search for transcribe. So this one, extract medic from cell transcript. So this one is accepting the transcript of a file. But what you can do is that you can clone this one, and then you can replace the workflow with the speak to text, speak to text here, and then you drag it to number one. And instead of like the exact cell transcript, you are going to input a file out, a file to URL, and then and you can name it like a cell transcript audio, and yep, you just replacing this one with the language. Oops, language should be English, of course. Oops, English. It is stage, and audio file is the file that you are choosing, this one, and save. And instead of like extracting medic from the yellow, which is the input, you are replacing this with uh, the audio from the speak to text notes. And yeah, that is how you do this part. Yeah, correct. Lazaroth, I think you are right. So I really like the doc from OpenAI, and also there's a blog post from Anthropic, build effective agent, Anthropic. Yeah, this is a very good blog post that is scrapping very well on this part. I strongly suggest that you have time, you can educate yourself in do it done. I think Google on how to build Asian system PDF. This one is OpenAI, a practical guy. This one is also a Gone. I don't remember the paper from guideline. Or Google make it them their PDFs is very hard to find. I will try to find out and I will share with everyone. I read that and it is it's quite okay, but is it? Yeah, this is correct one. But why Google themselves doesn't have the file? But anyway, so you can get it from here. Okay. So we saw the question from YouTube, and it has some workflow step to use them as sample. Please have to so you can find in here, which is the good docs that you can read, or you can write email to support@jasonic.flow.ai, and our team will look into that for you. Yeah, the admin calls. All right. So next question on yeah, makes sense. So Alvin, I think you are touching the right point. So currently, Copilot, we restrict Copilot not to take the MCP yet. The reason is the MCP is a lot. It's like 10,000 how to say action. So it's easily to make the Copilot is overwhelming. So the my full vision of Copilot is actually Copilot itself is a multi-agent system. So we are having a internal prototype. So Copilot is like level 1 agent. So she will assign to an agent that doing the planning. We call it planner. So the planner is going to decompose the user request into a step by step using a technique that we call chain of thought. So, oh, I think I missed this part. Where is that? Yeah. So coming is chain of thought prompting. So if you can see in here, there's a question. Roger had 5 tennis balls. He buy 2 more cans of tennis balls. Each have 3 tennis balls. How many tennis balls does he have now? So the answer is 11, but the model output is 27. So this is standard prompting. But if you have a chain of thought, then we will have the answer from the agent, and the model output will make it correctly on this part. So it's going to be the correct answer. Okay, and what we have the item of the agent is Copilot is going to using the chain of thought, and it will analyzing your request into a plan, and then it will assign that plan into an agent that only doing the workflow builder. So this workflow builder is going to write code, read JSON only, and it will return back to the Copilot, and the Copilot is going to validate that with the schema to make sense, or not. So if the JSON response is working, then it will show to you. But if not working, it will throw back to the JSON writer agent that's going to handle the workflow itself. And the suggestion on the web browsing is makes sense. I'm also planning to put the web search, so it will replicate the process that I just mentioned to you. So we need to go into the website, we fetch the website, we put back to the context of the agent. So what if we just equip that web search tool to Copilot, and it will just browsing the URL by itself in order to get the API docs. Yeah, so I think this is very good and useful guideline, Arvin. We are going to have that in the next version of Copilot. Let's move on to the next one. I will take it hot in this one. Would you add an option to hide the left sidebar of the chat tab when you deploy Copilot? Hiding the left sidebar would provide more space. Yeah, true. So actually, in our UI, we plan that we will remove all of the how to say, we were overriding. I think the UI was in. Let me find that UI on Figma. Sorry, it took a bit time to load on this one. Wait, I think I mentioned that into our visionary group. Yeah, yes, correct. So we have this one. Let me pull that off and share with everyone. So in here, so this is the UI, the Copilot that's going to work sit by side with the workflow. So yeah, it's going to take the full screen, where the left hand side is going to be the Copilot space where you can chat with it, and it will actually going through all of the step and doing the modification. It's like cursor, but for AI automation. And then on the right hand side is a preview of the workflow. You already experienced in the Copilot chat. But this route you will be able to modify together with the Copilot as well. So in order to do this one, we will need to add the versioning of the workflow, so that Copilot will not touching the version that you are on production environment, and then you will can cooking with the Copilot, and when you're happy you can publish this and we will tidy up some of the UI as well. So this is the button build with AI. I'm Copilot. It's going to show up, and then you can play with it. Yeah. So I know that the UI right now we don't have. Yep. Okay, the dark mode, right? Well, we are having our copilot to help us to write a dark mode, but it just like it doesn't have the time to test. So it means the code writing is easy for us, but the problem right now is we don't have the people to test it. So if you like that, I will just deploy as is, and you can play around with that, knowing that is there's some UI error on that part. I think that this is the quite straightforward feature. Yes. About form field and submit query, returning answer to a web page form. Mm. Yes. So I think I know what you mean. So if you would like to creating this one, so it means you are going to create a workflow like this, and then you will call an agent and then respond back uh, to a web page form. So it's going to show you like this, right? When you have uh, so for example, you make this one workable, and then you can click on this, you open, and you have this one. So this is the form. So you can click run workflow and it will trigger. But behind the scene, it will trigger workflow on an agent on behind the scene. So at the moment, we don't have a native way to do it. But what you can do is you can using the API call, and then you can construct an API call using a post request and put header and body into the agent. So what you can do is you go into your agent, and then, for example, this is the agent that I have, test Hugging Face. I'm going to create a trigger. I'm going to add this webhook trigger, like to be called by a workflow. And this is the method post, and also is okay. So I will just take event.body in here, and I will just create. So after creation, we will have the CURL with the method post. So you copy this URL, copy, and then you go back into your this one, you paste here method post, and you put the header and also the body that you want. This body can be containing the information that you have in above. Yeah, and that is how you simulating the workflow to code an agent and then going back on this part. But the problem is this workflow is only trigger the agent to start working. You will need a way that the agent will trigger back to this workflow, and so that it will showing the result. You can do it a bit hacky way by creating another workflow and equip to this agent in order to call back. But it's kind of like very hacky way to doing that. I would strongly suggest that you don't use that, and you should wait for our official integration, because what we are aiming to do is we should have a workflow that called uh, respond webhook, or wait for incoming webhook, kind of like that. So this action is going to expecting something that call back to it. But for more details at the moment, I cannot answer. At the moment, we have quite a lot of things on the pipeline, and our fully focus right now is at multi-agent system. All right. We do have a Discord channel where we can help each other build agent, or why don't we? Yeah. I think this is a good idea. I think can we use the general channel, or you want to have a, a another channel? Okay. This is nice. Okay. How you want to name it? Yeah. Let me create now. Yeah, you give me a name. I will create now. So many people is typing. Okay, why don't we ask Mia on this part? Let me go through Mia, and I will ask Mia on this one. So I'm going to using our new capability of the voice expector route table. Okay, so I'm going to talk to Mia. Hey Mia, we need to have a new Discord channel for community to have each other to build workflow. We have some of the idea like route table. We have some of the idea like expecto petroleum. Uh, could build an agent. And what else? Yeah, Umbra, you are typing something. Okay, Mia is waiting for me. And this is a good test actually. I haven't really tested that really long chat with the recording, and I will see because like I was thinking like it's kind of vibe coding, right? You are like lazy, you don't want to type, and you just say to me what you want. Okay. So this is another community builder. Okay, I will just yeah just okay. Wow. Oh, I think we discovered a bug on this one. So it is only recapping a few sentence. So we need to fix this bug before. Okay, and we catch a new bug. All right. So I think let put a name. Maybe let me put the voting here. Community builder. Okay. I think let's stick with the name for that now. Community builder. Yep. I create. Mm, okay. That group is more than 50. Let me create this one. Okay, and I'm going to drag this one off. It take me a bit of time to drag. That's funny because we are creating each of the channel for each of the tier 4 customer and so on. So it's make us to go into the maximum of the list of the category of Discord. Uh, yeah, I'm dragging community up, and you will see that way. Okay, it's just under community builder. So if you scroll into the left hand side, and you will see that community builder is going to be just under this one. Everyone, yeah, yeah. I mean, you already chat on the first message on that. Okay, so I would just drop this link into our chat, and we can. I think we can kind of like wrap up now. Awesome, everyone. So I think that's it for today. There's a lot of things that still incoming and so on. We will have more incoming updates for you. But just to recap, we are going to focus a lot on MAS and Copilot. But what we also listen from the community is the stability is also core. So what we have decided is that we will conduct the bug fix Wednesday. So every week, we will devote one day that our engineer will prioritize bug fixing on Bug Fix Wednesday. And we hope that with this kinds of like ability and initiative, we will increasing the platform core yeah, system and the stability so that you can really use. Yeah. So this one is not in priority yet. Sorry, Arvin. So we also have the discussion in the team, but we just don't have the capability on that at the moment. But how do you guys think? Is Telegram and WhatsApp a native integration is truly a must-have that you want it ASAP? Um, Okay, a lot of people on WhatsApp, because I am thinking is on the current agent, yeah, and so on. Um, in order to have the ability to make it even more useful, we aim to have that it going to make it much more easy to publish an agent to other platform. So maybe if this is the case, for example, if you go into, yeah, you will need to costly. You will need WhatsApp business account on Meta in order to do that. Telegram is much easier and have no cost for you. Yes. Yeah. So it is costly to operate on WhatsApp because you can only respond in first 24 hour, I would say. And if you are passing that 24 hour and you start to continue to send, they will charge you amounts of money. And anything message that after that 24-hour windows, it consume your balance. So it's costly to operate. Do you have any question for people on the stream? No. Okay. So I would say, I don't know if we have the item on this one. Yes. Let me search for Telegram. Okay. So we have this one. It had been raised by Arvin a month ago. Let me drop it into our group. This is Telegram. And the second one is WhatsApp. I think we don't have a native WhatsApp integration. This one is like MCP. But I think I'm going to have a new post and say basically this one. Yep, I just creating this post. And yeah, please help to vote this one. And on this part, if you have more vote on this one, we will prioritize that. But at least, as I said, from now until the uh, next iteration, which is from now until 7th of July, we will focus on MAS. And right after MAS is out of the door, we will start to picking up maybe like WhatsApp or Telegram. Depends on the prioritization at this point. All right, I think we are already 20 minutes above, and we still have a lot of people is listening. Thank you for your time, and I will see you next week. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye. Thanks, Alvin. Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Umbra. Thanks, everyone. Okay, have a good day. Bye.